video in a series on the Brooklyn School of Architects, and this video is about Charles Pierrepont Henry Gilbert. CPH Gilbert, as he's also known, was born in 1861, and he lived longer than all of the other architects that are included in the Brooklyn School. And he studied at l'École des Beaux-Arts. He also went to college in the US. When he got out of school, he went out west and did some architecture work out in Colorado and other places in the West. And then he came back to New York, where he was from originally, and really got off to an early start, designed some of his first works in Brooklyn while he was still in his mid to late 20s, and hit the ground running and made a big splash, and later moved to do a lot of work in Manhattan as well as elsewhere. So these are his very creative early years that we'll see in the following video clips. Everybody has to get their start somewhere, so Charles Pierrepont Henry Gilbert started here in his early 20s, designed this row of buildings on 9th Street, 324 to 344 9th Street, between 5th and 6th Avenues in Park Slope. Charles Gilbert's brownstones on 9th Street are much less impressive than this beautiful Romanesque Revival mansion, 344 9th Street, between 5th and 6th Avenues in Park Slope. Alright, we're catching the Chiclets Mansion, the Thomas Adams house in the fading sun, built in 1888, designed by Charles Pierrepont Henry Gilbert when he was only roughly 26 or 27 years old, if you can believe that. Romanesque Revival to the hilt. It's called the Chiclets Mansion because Thomas Adams, I guess, invented the gum Chiclets. So this is the 8th Avenue side, and we'll walk up the Carroll Street side. It's a Montrose Morris house across the street. This could have been another one where there's two entrances, because there's really two houses in one. And this is looking up Carroll Street towards Prospect Park. And there's more gems to focus on. Here, we'll do that another morning or evening. But let's look back at the Thomas Adams house. Oh, we've got the setting sun making it glow. Beautiful. Charles Pierrepont Henry Gilbert. Late 1880s, 1888. At Carroll and 8th Avenue in Park Slope. Let's just take a walk up Carroll Street in Park Slope and back down Montgomery Place, because these are the two premier streets in Brooklyn for architecture, and all of the houses here have to have been designed by name architects And on this block, we're only going to point out a couple. So Charles Pierrepont Henry Gilbert, in his 20s, designed 838 through 842. In 1887 they were built. So let's see the addresses here. They're all great to look at, aren't they? Here's 842. I'm just really impressed by this house here. This is 838. So there is no 840, but there's an 838, 842, and an 844. So these are all, these three right here are designed by Charles Pierrepont Henry Gilbert when he was like 26, 27 years old. And they were built in 1887 here on the south side of Carroll Street. And that's the Chicklets Mansion, which we've also looked at. He got his start designing houses in Brooklyn, and then he moved on to Manhattan. But he somehow caught the attention of a developer who had him design 20 houses on this block and the block behind it to the south, Montgomery Place. This is 856, beautiful house. These might be William Tubby's houses. I've got different addresses for his houses on this street. Here's the houses on the north side of the street. Nothing too shabby about them. 864, 66, 68 through 72. These are all William Tubby, and they were built (1887), Queen Anne Romanesque. So we'll walk up, we're walking up the slope of Park Slope to Prospect Park West. And then we'll come back down Montgomery Place, which is even better, if that's to be believed. I don't know if that can be believed. Here's the last house on this end. go around the block here. These are houses, some of which we've looked at. The Prospect Park West. And here's Montgomery Place. So, Charles Pierrepont Gilbert designed many of these houses on this street, on Montgomery Place. And I'll put the specific addresses on the screen, but let's just look and admire. They're all beautiful, huh? I had a friend who lived in an apartment on this street, and I always thought it was a nice street. And I know he felt it was a very nice street, but I didn't realize it was the nicest street in Brooklyn. This one block, it's only 1 block long street. We're going down the slope of Park Slope. Down to 8th Avenue from Prospect Park. So there you have it. There's the block of Montgomery Place as well as Carroll Street in Park Slope. And Harvey Murdoch was the developer who hired Charles Pierrepont Henry Gilbert to design 20 houses in this neighborhood. And he lived here at the bottom of the street of Montgomery Place at 11 Montgomery Place. Charles Pierrepont Henry Gilbert designed these 3 houses, 313 through 319 Garfield Place in Park Slope between Prospect Park West and 8th Avenue. And they were built in 1889. Each different, as was his way.